You know that feeling, right? When someone else makes you a sandwich and somehow it tastes like the best thing you've ever eaten. It's this weird, delicious kind of magic. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and figure out the psychological secrets behind this whole mystery. And hey, it is absolutely not just in your head. This is a universal truth. It connects pretty much everyone, from college students barely surviving on instant noodles all the way to world-class Michelin star chefs. There's just something that feels special, about a meal you didn't have to make yourself. So what's the deal? Is it some secret recipe they're using, a special ingredient you don't know about, or is there something a little deeper happening inside our own minds? Okay, let's dive in and crack this case together. All right, our very first clue is an ingredient you will never, ever see on a recipe card, but you definitely feel it, and that's effort. The hidden work, both the physical stuff and the emotional drain that goes into cooking, it's a huge piece of this puzzle. I mean, just think about it for a second. When you're the one cooking, you're in the trenches. You're washing, you're chopping, and yeah, that definitely includes those onions that make you cry. You're stirring and stirring until your arm is about to fall off. You taste it, then you taste it again, worrying the whole time. By the time you actually sit down to eat, you're just plain tired. You're already kind of full from all that effort. It's really a tale of two completely different journeys. Your journey is filled with sweat, stress, and maybe a few onion tears. But when they cook for you, it's a gift. You get to skip that whole messy, draining process, and you're just presented with the final masterpiece. No stress involved, just pure, simple happiness on a plate. Okay, on to our second clue, and this one is all about your nose. It turns out your sense of smell can actually get, well, bored. And that boredom can totally sabotage how your own cooking tastes before you've even had a single bite. Think about it. When you're cooking, you're just swimming in those aromas for 30 minutes, an hour? Your brain gets totally used to it. It's basically saying, yeah, I know what this is already. But when someone else cooks, that delicious smell hits you like a surprise party the second you walk through the door. And that sudden wave of amazing aroma can make even a simple bowl of dal and rice taste like it came from a five-star restaurant. And it really is that simple. That element of surprise is a seriously powerful flavor enhancer. That first unexpected whiff of a home-cooked meal creates this sense of excitement and anticipation. It's an experience you just don't get when you've been soaking in those smells for the past hour. But it's not just about our physical senses. Our next clue takes us into the world of emotion. This is where we find out that food made by other people is seasoned with something you can't just go out and buy at the store: love. You see, being served is so much more than a convenience. It's an act of care. When someone, whether it's your mom, your partner, a friend, places a plate of food in front of you, it comes bundled with their intention, their warmth, their love. You're not just tasting the food, you're actually feeling the affection that went into making it for you. And that emotional connection, it makes us incredibly forgiving. So what if the dish is a little too salty, or the bread is a tiny bit burnt on the edges? It just doesn't matter. Your heart totally overlooks those little imperfections because it's the love and the intention behind the meal that's really feeding you. Okay, our final clue is all about your state of mind. When you sit down to a meal that someone else has prepared, you're not just an eater. You're like a guest in this wonderful, delicious mystery, and your mind is completely at peace. When you cook, you're the one who knows everything. You're the chef, and you're probably your own harshest critic. You know exactly how much butter went in there, and you're already dreading that mountain of dishes waiting in the sink. But when someone else is the chef, you just get to sit back, relax, and enjoy the moment. And trust me, that mental piece is a massive flavor enhancer. And then you've got that amazing element of surprise. You don't know all the secrets. Maybe there's a little hint of a spice you can't quite identify, or they used a technique you've never even heard of. That mystery makes every single bite feel like an exciting little adventure, like a delicious plot twist in the story of your meal. So let's recap. We've gathered all our clues: the hidden effort, the surprise aroma, that special seasoning of love, and the peace that comes with a calm mind. Now let's put it all together and finally reveal the real recipe for why someone else's cooking just always tastes better. This brings us to the one question we've all probably asked ourselves at some point. Is it possible that literally everyone else is just a better cook than I am? Well, the simple answer, and for a lot of us, the very relieving answer, is probably not. I mean, sure, your friend might be a culinary genius, but that's not actually the real reason their food tastes so ridiculously good to you. The real magic here isn't about what's been added to the plate, it's all about what's been taken away from your experience. The true secret ingredient is the absence of your own effort, your stress, your nose fatigue, and of course, the dread of having to do the cleanup. So, there it is. The real recipe for deliciousness is actually pretty simple: less work, more appreciation, and a full plate served up with a smile. It's this beautiful mix of psychology, emotion, and just plain old gratitude. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. What's a meal that someone else made for you that you remember the most? And when you think back on it, was it really just about the taste? Or was it about the love, the surprise, and the feeling of being cared for that came right along with it? Thanks for joining me on this tasty investigation.